Hey everyone, I posted earlier asking if you would be interested in hearing more about food intolerances, allergies, the inflammation it causes, and weight gain, and people express interest. So some of you have followed my story, and some of you may already know this, and some may not. When I got started on my health and fitness journey, literally 6 years ago, February of 2012, I was really focused on making sure that I was fit and looked good, and then it became to healthy, and then it came to feeling healthy, fit, and feeling great inside. So I have, oh my God, there's lightning. I hope you can hear me. So I know that I have helped so many people become more open to exercise, to being more cognizant about what they're putting in their bodies, and help people, make their transformation of their own. Well, if you followed me or if you know me personally, 2015 was a pretty rough year for me personally and our family. Started with a separation from my husband, living separately for 2.5 months, and voluntarily checking myself into a hospital to really address my mental illness for the first time in my life. With that being said, a lot of weight gain came on. During that period, I was abusing alcohol. I was not eating right. Where I was living, there was not really space for me to work out consistently or eat healthy. And then I was put on medication. But in September of 2015, whenever we worked our problems out, we started focusing on ourselves and our family only, we started making changes, and I got back on track with my health and fitness, and I started doing the things that had worked marvelously for me in 2012, 13, and 14. And the awesome thing was I literally lost almost 20 pounds from when was it? Mid-September to February of 2016, and I felt great. I felt amazing. And so what I've been doing works. At-home fitness, following a program, or basically having a trainer helped me get back in shape. I felt great. I was so consistent, and the greatest thing was in that process I decided to get 100% sober. So I no longer had alcohol or that party lifestyle interfering with me being the best me and the healthiest me. So that was great. So everything was good. I was working out religiously. I was eating well. There was no temptations. I was on a roll. And then mid 2016, I started to see weight gain, and I didn't know what it was from. And then I thought, well, maybe it's the summer. We traveled a lot. We went to on a 12-day trip to Florida with the kids. We were at Disneyland, so I thought, well, maybe that's that. It was summer. I wasn't as strict, and that's something that I think a lot of people deal with, is once you reach your goal, because I got back down to 137 pounds, which was always, I don't know why, but 137 is my ideal weight, where I feel comfortable and happy and healthy. So I know that sometimes you can get in that trap of I reached my goal, so I'll be, not be as strict. So that was fine. But then I got back on track, once summer was over, and then I kept gaining weight, and I didn't know what it was. So I've always had this go-to program, which is literally only food. It's nothing harsh, but it's a detox program. It's 21 days that literally the foods that you're eating reduce inflammation. They repair gut health. It teaches you how to get back on track with your eating. I did it for the 4th time. And it was always something that was my go-to. The first time I did it, I actually got down to 126 pounds. So I was this is it. I'll just reset myself, whatever. Get rid of any junk that's in my body. Well, it didn't work either. My friends and I went to a Tony Robbins seminar in San Jose, and we learned a lot about health and nutrition and all that stuff. But I remember being there and being in stretch pants all the time. I remember I was so uncomfortable. I couldn't breathe. I felt super uncomfortable. And the biggest thing for me is honesty. I wasn't always an honest person. I've shared that, I've had affairs, that Ryan and I got together because of an affair. And so I've become a very honest and open person. So it's super important to me. So for me, integrity is a big deal. And so it started to affect my business, because I'm here I am doing all the things, and I'm gaining weight. I believe in the company. I believe in our CEO. I believe in our team. I believe in our mission. I know it's worked for me, but what is going on? So I tried this eating for your blood type thing that, Tony Robbins talked about. I tried different supplements. I tried so many different things and nothing. I kept gaining weight. And I was like, I'm eating all the healthy foods. Like, I'm doing the things. I'm working out still. Like, that I didn't understand what it was, and it was frustrating. So we explored my medication, and that could be something that, was a factor in it. So I tried going off my medications. I tried cutting back on it. I even went on, my focus was all off. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go back on my ADD medication. Normally that makes me lose weight. So I was thinking hey, I'll get back to focusing. I'll lose this extra weight. No, still kept gaining weight. I went in 3 times to have things checked. I literally felt like I was going insane. Literally, I would stay up at night, Googling stuff, checking my symptoms. I would keep going back to the doctor. Thank God my friend is my doctor. She kept running these tests, but we had my hormones checked, my cortisol levels checked, my adrenal gland checked, all these different things. I've spent money on metabolic testing, on all these different things. I literally spent thousands of hours and I don't know, 1,000 something, I don't know how much money on these tests and all these different things. And then I tried the high carb, low fat, the keto thing, which is the big craze. I know it works for some people, but it's totally not a sustainable lifestyle. But I tried that, and guess what? I got fatter, and I was like, what in the world? Because other people were losing weight. And as you know, I've been part of Beachbody for 6 years. I am considered one of the leaders, people that they trust, that I'm going to market something. Well, I was in 2 test groups for one program that was in May, and I ate on point. For 3 months, I did my workouts, and then I was in another one for 80-day session at the end of July through October. Everybody was getting crazy great results. I was not. I lost 1.7 pounds the first time with Shift Shop, and I lost 3.8 pounds with the 80-day obsession. Everybody else was killing it. 80-day obsession, it lifted my butt. I did lose 20 inches, but I knew that I had a good solid 20 pounds to lose, and it wasn't coming off, and I'm like, what the hell? And people would be like, well, you have muscle. Fuck that. Seriously, totally appreciate anybody who's trying to make me feel good, but you're not really helping me, because I know I did not put on 20 or 30 pounds of muscle. Come on now, let's be real. And that's what sucks nowadays, is people don't tell you hey, you're fat, you're gaining weight. I mean, they're not honest with you. They try to make you feel better, and it just keeps you in this little state. So I was just going crazy. I looked into this, I was just bouncing around and so inconsistent, and then it made me feel so disloyal to what had worked for me for a long time. And so it's caused an issue in my business, because I'm I am getting fatter, and I am getting healthy, but people, when they see people who are not at their weight that they think they should be, they automatically assume they're unhealthy or doing something wrong, which I've been guilty of. So it's karma. So I didn't know what was going on, and I was thinking I'm doing all the things that work, and then I thought, well, maybe it's just karma for all the times I beat up my body. Maybe then I started worrying, maybe something's wrong with me. And then I remember the last time I had all my hormones and everything tested, I was like, oh my God, just please say that I have hypothyroidism or adrenal gland failure, or all the things I was looking at, or leaky gut syndrome. I was like, just tell me what it is. And then I was disappointed when she was like, dude, you're totally healthy. Your cholesterol's great. Your hormones are great. Everything's freaking great. You're healthy. And I was disappointed. And I'm like, something's wrong with this. But I just wanted an answer. I didn't want to feel like I was crazy. I didn't want to be embarrassed when I went somewhere. I want to fit in all my clothes in my closet. And I look at myself and I look at pictures, and I'm like, I don't look what I weigh. But I literally have a good 25 pounds to lose, but I haven't been showing up. I haven't been showing up strong for anybody, because I'm I don't know what to say. But luckily, I found an allergy test that was not that expensive. And so here's the thing, I get it. I'm in health and fitness. I know people who have poured tons and tons and tons and tons of money and, different diets and different weight loss tools. And when they come to me, they want help, and they're like, fuck this. I've spent way too much money. I'm not dropping a dime, because it's probably not going to work. So I was the same way. I found somebody who would do an allergy test, and it was thousands of dollars. I'm I've already spent that, not spending any more money. So I found this allergy test online. It was super cheap, under $100. $100. So I was like, fuck it, what's $100? And I swear to God, like, cause that's the way I feel about Beachbody. Like, I had tried everything, and then I was like, I'm gonna try this at-home fitness bullshit. I doubt it's gonna work. And it's what worked. And it's usually in the time when you want to give up that the universe shows up and gives you what you want. So I did this allergy test, blah, blah, blah. Found out, guess what? I'm allergic to dairy, which is not like a huge like surprise because I'm Asian. Asians are usually lactose intolerant. But dairy, almonds, peanuts, and what was the other big one? Oh, wheat. And then other things like the caramel dye, which is literally in anything that's brown, that's processed, which, I mean, you should stay away from processed foods. That's just a big reminder. But I was allergic to that. And also cotton. I honestly don't even know how to process, like, getting away from cotton. But because I can't wear spandex all the time, I think that would be frowned upon. But I had some answers. Like, okay, so that's it. So here's the thing. When I was doing Shift Shop, they had meal plans set up. So part of it was, like, eating Greek yogurt. And it was, like, eating Greek yogurt like 4 times a week. They were like a healthy fat. So anytime that like a meal plans that you can have a healthy fat, I always pick cheese because like cheese is the shit. Like cheese is everything. Like I love hummus, but like out of the categories of foods you can pick for that certain thing, cheese always won out. So I was eating cheese at least once a day. It was only a third of a cup, but hey, over time, I was also drinking almond milk with my shake every day. I was putting either peanut butter or almond butter in like 1 teaspoon of that in my shake or in my oatmeal every day. I was eating, I was never a carb person. Like people were like, give me all the carbs. I'm like, fuck carbs, give me beer. Like, I mean, I guess that was a carb, but I was never a carb person. But so I would have like 2 servings of carbs every day. And what did I pick? I would pick stuff with wheat in it because that's what they say to do. You eat the wheat. The wheat's a good thing. You stay away from white flour. So I was doing all the things. And then when I did 80-day obsession, that's time nutrition. So my eating became even more regimented and I was eating a lot more calories and I was eating 4 servings of carbs, more teaspoons of healthy fat, which was like seriously always 1 peanut butter or almond butter. So all those things added up, like I was doing all the right things, but those foods, albeit that they're healthy, they were like kryptonite to me. And I recently talked to a friend last night who she gained like 40 pounds from 2015 until recently. And she spent like, I wrote it down, $23,000 in tests because she thought she was going crazy. And so she found out that she was, from an allergy test too, allergic to lemon, which she was putting in her water and on her food all the time, lettuce, celery, caffeine, and oranges. And so once she cut that out, she's lost 10 pounds. And so me and her, we had a lot of weight to lose, but we're getting there and we're following a certain thing now where we're tracking what we eat, we're upping our water intake, we're doing all the things because now we have an answer. But so here's the thing is like, I last night bought some like nuts and trail mix at HEB when the kids and I were shopping because I didn't plan. And I got hungry. So I literally ate a couple little handfuls and I wasn't thinking. And this again is just proof of why mindless snacking is really not a good idea. But I was just eating. I wasn't paying any attention. And I bought the trail mix for the kids and for Ryan. But literally, I mean, we were in the store that long. But I got to the checkout stand and I was like, oh my God, like I couldn't keep my eyes open. And this is the way I've been feeling. I literally was like psychotically tracking my sleep. And I was like, why am I always tired? Like I'm drinking caffeine, which I had put coffee out. I'm like, why am I needing caffeine again? All these different things. I couldn't figure out what the fuck was wrong with me. And I literally was going bonkers. And like, then literally towards the last quarter of 2017, my hands were so swollen. I was convinced that I had RA then. I literally was so swollen. My feet hurt. My hands hurt. Everything hurt. And so anyways, I've been eating better. I cut out those things now that I know that I've been making some changes to my diet and to my lifestyle to make sure that I don't bring those foods into my life anymore and that I'm doing the right things to lose weight healthy. But yesterday when I ate those almonds, like within 10 minutes, I literally felt like I could just like fall asleep in the line of the grocery store. And then by the time I got home, and I literally took a picture yesterday because I was like, wow, I'm down 6 pounds, super awesome. Had a picture, side by side that I was going to post last night, showing, the difference of 6 pounds. Because sometimes people don't think 6 pounds is much. But literally by the time I was cooking dinner, I literally looked like I did when I was 5 months pregnant with my kids. And I started to hurt. Like my hands started swelling. And so I don't know because I wasn't paying attention, but I would guesstimate that I ate almonds. So here's the thing is, some people don't lose weight because they just don't move their body, because they just eat like shit. They're eating McDonald's all the time. They're skipping meals. They're, overeating. I know that. But if you're somebody out there who's been struggling, I suggest looking into it. And you don't even have to have an allergy test, really, because I started really focusing on what I was eating and tracking it and tracking how I felt afterwards. So I actually had an idea of what it could be. And so when I got the test, it was not a shock. But I'll say that it was a shock to my lifestyle because these were things that I was doing all the time. And let's face it, we are creatures of habit. Sagit said that most human beings eat the same 30 foods over and over again. Think about it, you probably do. That can cause a food intolerance. And the one thing that the allergy test, results showed, it also showed I tested for 300 foods, 300 non-food items, as well as it tells you your deficiencies. I found out I was deficient in vitamin K, which they explain causes bruising. And if you've ever seen my posts, I'm always like, why do I wake up with bruises? How do I have so many bruises? Well, now I've been supplementing with vitamin K, don't bruise. Like I literally banged my shin so hard on the tub the other day. I was like, I was going to leave a bruise, didn't leave a bruise. Anyways, so it's been very insightful to me. But if you're somebody who's been like, I'm doing all the fucking things that I should be doing, I'm busting my ass, and I'm not losing weight, look into this. Start tracking your food, start tracking how you feel, start tracking the scale. Like literally, I have been stepping on the scale every day. I've been writing down what I eat and stepping on the scale every day. And I was kind of freaked out because I thought, oh shit, like I'm down, 6 something pounds and I ate the almonds. Is it going to do what it's been doing? It didn't. So the same thing is I can eat up to 8 almonds, it looks like, without the scale going up. So I'm down a total of 7.6 pounds now. And I'm super excited, but I have to change my mindset because I've convinced myself in the last few years that I couldn't lose weight. I convinced myself that my metabolism went down. I can beat myself up for all the times I didn't take care of my body and convinced myself it was karma. All these things that now, even though I have the answers and I'm moving forward and making progress, the mindset that I have adopted for the last 2 years to convince myself of is still beating me up. So I'm having every day to focus on that. I am 137 pounds. I can lose weight. I am getting healthy, because if not, that voice of you're gonna keep gaining weight. I mean, because that's what I kept thinking, oh my God, I keep gaining weight no matter what I do. And then I kept trying to outwork it. I was killing myself working out. And my friend said last night she was doing 2 workouts a day, 2 hours of working out, and she was still gaining weight. So exercise is super important. You know me, I'm the first one to be get your fucking ass up and get moving. Stop making excuses. But if you're working out and you're eating right and you still aren't seeing results, you can't outwork a bad diet. And for me, a bad diet wasn't bad foods. A bad diet was foods that were kryptonite to me. So tracking your foods, getting the scale every day, seeing how your body responds, figuring out how you feel. Are you feeling extra sleepy? Are you inflamed? All these different things will help give you a clue into what the problem is. So I wanted to share that with you because I do know I come across people who have a hard time losing weight. And I know that some are honest with me and some I see on Facebook that, you're eating out all the time, you're drinking beer, you're doing this. So I'm I know the answer. But then there's other people I know who are out there like me and they're so frustrated. And so I'm excited because I know for a fact that what I've been doing works. Beachbody works, Shakeology works, the trainers work, all the stuff, and I do the work. So now I know what was working against me, and it was just certain foods. And so anyways, I'm super excited. I am super frustrated, and I feel like this is one of those go fucking figure things. I literally, right before I got the allergy test, I bought a big thing of almond flour. I bought a big thing of almond milk creamer. I bought a big thing of almond butter, a big thing of almonds. So if anybody locally wants some almond shit, literally, you can have it because I hate to throw it away. But that also, too, is why I got fat on the ketogenic diet when other people were losing weight. Because if you follow a ketogenic diet, you basically are eating lots of nuts like almonds, and you're using almond flour, coconut flour I don't have a problem with, and lots of cheese because it's high fat, low carb. So I was eating cheese, cream cheese, almond flour. I was cooking gluten-free, breads and stuff, low carb breads, almond flour. So here's the thing is I don't want to bash any type of lifestyle because there's certain things that work for certain people, but I'll tell you that keto did not work for me at all, because of the fact that what it was made me fat. And honestly, keto is not sustainable. Like, literally what I'm doing now, I'm not counting calories. I'm not looking at what's being taken away from me. I'm just really listening to my body and eating the right foods that make me feel good. So anyways, that's what I wanted to share. And as far as the test goes, so if I'll post a link below about my blog, so you can kind of follow my story, and then I'll give you the link as well to order the test. So what happens is, it's pretty simple. So you order your test, you'll have a page, on your phone or computer that says your order number. You're going to print that page off. I know that most people don't have printers nowadays, or like you may be like me and don't have ink in your printer ever. So when that happened, I just took a piece of paper and I wrote down my order number, my name, blah, 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 and then literally you take out hair. Like, they prefer that it actually have the root, not just like cut it off. But like, I literally have a hard head, so I just like ripped out like 4 or 5 pieces of hair. It didn't bother me. And I put it in an envelope with that, and I sent it away. It is a UK based company, so when you click on the link, make sure that if anything shows like I don't know what that is, the pound symbol for the UK money or whatever, if it says that, make sure you click on US up at the top right hand side, and make sure that you're sending your sample off to the right place, because I know I sent mine to Houston, and then other people were like, well, I just sent it to the United Kingdom, and I'm like, I don't think that's right. So make sure you do that you don't close out of that page, especially if you don't have a printer, and then it takes about 2 weeks to get your results. I happened to do mine right around the holidays, and so it was like I was going insane because I wanted answers, because I felt like I was just on the cusp of finding answers. So I actually emailed them, and they actually had the results and hadn't let me know. So if you hit the 2-week mark and haven't heard from them, reach out to them. They have a great chatting service. They send you a report via email. It literally gives you a list of all of the stuff that you are intolerant to on the food item list and the non-food item list, as well as the things you're deficient in, and it shows percentages, 100%, 80%, 90%. So there's the things that there are the things that I was like, if eggs or something, because I was worried that eggs were one of the things, eat them all the time, but I was like, I'll fucking eat eggs no matter what. So there's things that people are like, oh my god, they start freaking out, I can't eat this. You can eat it. You're just gonna keep not see weight loss. You're just gonna keep being inflamed. You're gonna keep feeling like shit. So you have to pick what you want to do. This isn't something that the world's conspiring against you. This is just an experiment about your body, helping you learn more about your body, and you can do what you want with that information. I just know that I hurt, that I felt bad. It was decreasing my confidence. I wasn't killing it in my workouts, and I was getting fat, and I didn't want to be fat, and so I was willing to make the change. But it didn't happen overnight, because I was like, oh my god, they're taking away my main staples of my diet. So with anything that I teach, when you're setting goals and you see how far you have to go, just focus on something small. If you have 40, my friend said she has 40 pounds that she's gained from 2015 to now, and now that she has the answers, she's not going to lose that 40 pounds this month. So we're focusing on 2 pounds at a time. Literally, if you focus on 2 pounds at a time, you are eventually going to get there. If you look at oh my god, I have 40 pounds, trust me that what you focus on, it's just going to keep going up. When you start focusing on I'm so fat, I got all this weight to lose, and freaking out about it, guess what? You're going to keep gaining it and keep gaining it and keep gaining it. And so that's something that belief is, I posted about it earlier, belief is huge in your success of anything. That if you truly believe you can't lose weight, literally there is nobody out there who says, I can't lose weight, I'm going to be fat forever, and then just weight starts falling off of them, because you are going to act and do the things that your brain believes. You're the way we are wired, you're never going to go against and act against what you think your identity is or what you believe. So it's so important to have empowering thoughts. And so, like I said, I've had to change my thoughts that I can lose weight, that I'm going to lose weight, and then I'm going to, instead of look at how far I have to go to get to where I was, or be pissed off that I ended up where I am, or ashamed of where I am, I'm going to be look at I'm going to focus on 2 pounds at a time. I'm going to focus on what I'm eating and see what my triggers are. Because last night, whenever I felt like shit in the store, I'm like, what? Where did this happen? And I was like, I was finally making progress, and I started that whole self-loathing thing, what did I do? And then I was like, oh duh, there was almonds in there. Okay. And then instead of being mad about it, I was like, oh god, I'm super bloated. I was super bloated this morning, but I was like, I got on the scale, anyways. And I was happy to report that I was down 1.2 pounds. So I was like, oh, that didn't totally fuck me up. So, but now I know, watch for almonds, be careful, and it's not the end of the world. And I think that this is something that's really important when you're trying to lose weight or reach a goal, is like not beating yourself up if you miss a mark by something, or if something happens in the middle of the process of you trying to get somewhere where you just throw the towel in. And that's what our society's like. They're like, I want all the results right now, and if it doesn't happen, or if somebody stands in my way, or if something comes up that I can't control, I just give up. And that's a mindset that I've had and I don't want to have anymore, and I don't want you to have anymore. So I share these things. But anyways, I'm down 7.6 pounds since January 15th. I'm feeling much better. There are still things that cause bloating, so it may not have showed up on the list, but I might have some sort of growing intolerance to, and you have to be careful, because if you're eating the same foods over and over and over and over again, it can cause these types of issues. And that's one thing that my doctor said, that she said like every 6 years something happens to your body where you can develop allergies. And I was like, well, that's actually pretty perfect timing, because I literally started Beachbody February 2nd of 2012, so we're exactly 6 years, and I've been eating the same foods pretty much ever since then, and I've been focusing on my health, and so it makes sense. So this isn't a don't bother getting healthy because it can still fuck with you. It's the listen to your body, be in tune with your body, pay attention, look at everything as an experiment, look at the scale as a tool instead of something that you demonize. So anyways, I'll post a link to my blog, which gives my whole story. I'll also give you the link to order the allergy test if you wish. Pass it along if you know of somebody who has some issues, and if you want to take a look at your diet, because maybe you're being honest with yourself and saying, it is my diet that sucks, it's not just maybe food allergies. Well, then let's take a look at this, because like I feel now reinvigorated and super confident knowing that what I have been using and what I have been marketing to you works. It was my body just stopped working. So I feel super empowered to help you and share with you what I'm doing, because no matter what, I'm still pretty fucking fit. Like I have some weight to lose, but I'm still fit. And I love the fact that regardless of what my weight is, every test that I had taken in 2016, 2017 showed that I am a healthy fucking 37-year-old woman. And that makes me so happy, because I want to be a happy, healthy mom who's here for my kids and for my husband for a long time. So what I've been doing is working. And so my weight and my size is not a reflection of my hard work or my health.